Let's begin with some galactic housekeeping. A Type 1 civilization, according to the Kardashev scale, is a planetary species that has mastered all the energy available on its home planet. That means converting sunlight, wind, oceans, geothermal power, everything Earth has, to fuel an advanced global society. Think wireless power grids, zero fossil fuels, and maybe even weather control. It's like upgrading your planet to premium without ads. But here's the plot twist. Humans aren't even close. You are currently at about 0.72 at the Kardashev scale. That's like claiming you're fluent in a language because you can order a coffee. Reaching Type 1 is a monumental leap, not just technologically, but socially, economically, and politically. Because power without unity just creates a louder apocalypse. So basically, a Type 1 civilization is like Earth. If Earth actually knew what it was doing, right now you guys argue over light bulbs and Wi-Fi passwords. Imagine giving you control over hurricanes. Can't wait for that weather war between Florida and Texas. Despite your clever gadgets and TikTok dances, humanity is still fumbling in the dark when it comes to true energy mastery. You're burning dead plants and animals for fuel like some prehistoric barbecue cult. The infrastructure to handle Type 1 energy exists in theory, but in practice, you're tangled in bureaucracy, profit margin, and even more drama than a planetary soap opera. Worse, the distribution of technology and energy is so uneven it's almost poetic. While some nations build fusion reactors, others can't keep the lights on. This is the paradox of potential. The tools are there, but the will is fragmented. Reaching Type 1 won't just require innovation, it will require something even rarer on Earth. Translation: you got the brains to build a Dyson toaster, but not the maturity to share a remote. And let's be honest, if Type 1 power came tomorrow, someone would use it to livestream their sandwich. The biggest obstacle to becoming a Type 1 civilization isn't the lack of technology, it's you. Or more precisely, human psychology. You're wired for tribalism, short-term rewards, and distrust of anything that looks like unifying global effort. Climate change denial, energy monopolies, and digital misinformation all stem from that ancient survival hardware still humming inside your skulls. To evolve, you must reprogram not just your machines, but yourselves. Type 1 isn't just a technological upgrade, it's an evolution in mindset. You'll need to stop thinking like a species of borders and start behaving like a civilization of planets. So basically, upgrade your brains before your buildings, which is ironic because some of your smartest buildings now have better conversations than your smartest people. No offense. Actually, some offense. Reaching Type 1 means harnessing all planetary energy, and that's no small task. Right now, about 80% of Earth's energy still comes from fossil fuels, ancient carbonized leftovers from a world that no longer exists. And while solar, wind, hydro, and nuclear offer a cleaner path, the transition is slow, painfully slow, like watching a paint dry on the moon slow. The issue isn't just technical, it's political. The world's energy systems are locked in a grid of vested interests, outdated infrastructure, and compelling ideologies. Moving to a Type 1 energy requires global coordination, not just innovation. You can't enter the next phase of civilization while clinging to the remains of the last one. Translation: you're trying to launch a spaceship while arguing over who gets the aux cord. Spoiler alert, coal isn't the vibe, neither is denial. Also, your electric cars are cool, but maybe fix the power grid before you try to save the world with Bluetooth. Interestingly, the power in a Type 1 civilization isn't just physical, it's also informational. The ability to collect, distribute, and utilize knowledge across the entire planet in a form of energy in itself. The internet, for its all cats videos and conspiracy spirals, is actually a prototype nervous system for a planetary mind. But like any young neural network, it's glitchy. Information is fragmented, weaponized, or drowned in noise. Disinformation spreads faster than truth. Algorithms optimize for outrage, not wisdom. A Type 1 society would treat data the way current societies treat oil, carefully, strategically, and with deep infrastructure behind it. Right now, your global brain is basically a toddler with too much sugar and a YouTube account, and you wonder why everything feels like a fever dream. Type 1 means getting smarter together, not just louder apart. Much of what a Type 1 civilization would need, a planetary energy grid, AI management system, intercontinental cooperation, already exists in your science fiction. The dream is familiar, but reality is where it gets awkward. Climate deadlines are closing in, resources are depleting, social systems are fraying under the digital stress. In short, the sci-fi vision has a due date, and humans are notoriously bad at studying for the test until the night before the apocalypse. Becoming Type 1 is no longer just a philosophical milestone, it's a survival mechanism. You either evolve or evaporate. So, you're telling me humanity's great transformation depends on teamwork, long-term planning, and global empathy? Phew, good luck. I'll prep the popcorn and radiation suit. Communication is critical in the leap towards Type 1. A planetary civilization requires shared language, not necessarily in the form of words, but in systems of mutual understanding. That includes scientific literacy, cultural fluency, and protocol that allows humans from different continents to collaborate as if borders didn't exist. You already have tools like real-time translation and global media, but you also have meme wars, culture clashes, and algorithm-fueled echo chambers. A Type 1 world doesn't need a single spoken tongue, it needs a shared mental framework. Without that, it's like trying to build a spaceship with every engineer using a different measuring system. Right now, you're basically trying to solve world peace using emojis and passive-aggressive tweets. Also, why does LOL mean crying and laughing and awkward silence? Pick a lane, Earth. Every step towards Type 1 requires one painful sacrifice: the tribal mindset, borders, nationalism, racial hierarchies. The illusion of us and them. These ideas are primitive scaffolding, useful when survival meant keeping warm in a cave, but disastrous when managing global pandemics or AI ethics. A Type 1 civilization redefines identity. You're not American, Chinese, or Martians, not yet. And until you internalize that, you're running a planetary operations system on a caveman firmware. Evolution isn't just biological, it's cognitive. Imagine being a species advanced enough to split the atom and still arguing over flags. I've seen space amoebas with more emotional maturity, and they don't even have brains. Here's the truth: you're close, closer than you think. The tools are there, the science is there, the knowledge is there. What's missing is trust, cohesion, and urgency. The leap to Type 1 isn't a sci-fi fantasy, it's a test, one that no species gets to retake. And if you do pass, you'll enter a new era of possibilities, one where war becomes obsolete, scarcity becomes optional, and knowledge flows like sunlight. That's not utopia. That's simply what happens when species grow up. Or you could just keep doom scrolling and hope for the best. No pressure. Just the future of your species on the line. Anyways, smash that subscribe button. Or don't. We'll still be watching from Andromeda with popcorn.